All right, I think we're recording.
Wow.
We're
All
recording.
right.
Hey, Sammy, how
Okay.
you doing?
Excellent. How you doing, Chris?
Good. I'm great. I just want to introduce you to my Facebook, my social media community here. This is Sammy Iliopoulos. He's become a friend. He started out as a professional colleague of mine, and we've become friends over time. And he's a loan originator with guaranteed rate. So as a realtor, it's really, really important that I have a loan originator that I can refer to friends and clients when they're looking to get financing for the purchase of a home. And Sammy's my preferred loan originator, so he's the guy that I send most of my clients to. Um, and I do that because I trust him. I think he's a great person. I think he's got a ton of experience. And the lender that he's partnered with has excellent services, support, and rates. So it's going to be financially beneficial to you if you work with Sammy, but you're also going to get good service and hopefully build a friendship with a great guy through the process. So, so I just wanted to team up. He's also like one in the 1%, top 1% of loan originators in the country. So he is one of the best loan originators from a production perspective in Massachusetts, but also nationally. And that's something that I think gives him credibility. I've not seen that dilute the value or the experience that my clients receive. So he's been able to scale his business and maintain quality, which is really, really cool. So,
Thanks, man.
Sam, do you want to just take a second and introduce like yourself personally? I know I
Yeah.
did a little bit, but if anything else you want to say about yourself personally, your family, or um,
Yeah. Um, so I've been in the business for a little over 18 years. My wife and I welcomed a new baby about 6, 7 weeks ago. It'll be 7 weeks tomorrow. Um, we have another boy that's a little baby boy at 2 years old to a toddler. Um, I love golf. Obviously, I can't golf right now. um,
yeah,
so
just video game golf. That's it.
yeah, yeah, my
You
wife
need,
would allow me.
you
Yeah.
need to get hooked up with that. You can find the time.
And I love what I do. I love with with the people that I work with, you yourself included.
Oh, thanks,
Um,
man.
you know, Everybody that I work with is real great to work with, and it's every day is a challenge. It's not necessarily just a challenge, but you get something different every day, different curveball.
Why did you pick lending? Why did you get into this business? What was the original
Um,
motivation? It's probably changed over time, but was the original motivation just to make some good money, or was there like another motivator that was driving you at the time when you were a young buck?
uh, when I was a young buck, I'm not young anymore.
I know,
I
sorry
wanted to
about
get into
that.
banking,
Yep.
and they didn't really have anybody that was loan originating at the time, and I fell into it. And I was actually the shocking part was there's not that many loan originators that had an education background or any type of background that was higher education. So which kind of alarmed me. I loved it. I worked with different people. I've met you know thousands of people through my time in lending. There's yeah, I've been able to adapt in the last 18 plus years with the difference in market changes, the ups and downs, and have met great people such as yourself, and all obviously some of your clients too, or most of your clients. Yeah, it's definitely been an
A
awesome
journey,
journey.
right?
Huh?
I was gonna say it's a journey, and every day is different in this business. It's one of the coolest things about my job. I mean, it's like it
Yeah.
really is an adventure, and you're such a people person. Like I think similar to me, that's one of the reasons that we connected originally. That Sammy is fun. He's excited by his work, very excitable. He loves to tell
Yeah.
jokes, but he's also like extremely communicative, great on the phone, and a great educator. So even myself, like when I refinanced, it was simple, man. I mean, you guys made it really, really easy for our family. So
Good to hear
thank
that.
you.
Thanks.
So what's
Yeah.
your role in the process? Like as the realtor, I'm kind of the point man. I'm the hub of the wheel, right? In many ways. And I kind of,
Yep.
I'm the many, many times the person that starts the relationship and then sends the person in your direction so that the client can get a pre-approval. Can you talk about that? Like, what does that even mean? And why is
Yeah.
it important to partner with a lender? And why is that important to have your financing kind of understood or your financial situation understood before you begin the process of looking to buy a home?
Absolutely. So you're passing the baton to me, and in order to ensure the best customer service, I want to arm them with as much information as possible prior to obtaining all the, prior to obtaining all their information. And their information, getting a pre-approval is tremendously important. It should be important to the buyer, obviously, but at the beginning stage, it's also very important to you as the realtor to make sure that you're not wasting your time. And
Yeah,
if people don't, I mean, that's
it's
the
true.
bottom line. Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
It's not, you
And
can't, you're just window shopping until you have a pre-approval. So what is this pre-approval thing? Because some people that are watching this might never have purchased a home or not really understand what that is.
So what a pre-approval does is I review your credit report, I review your income, I review your assets. All that gets plugged into an automated system in most cases, and it's reviewed by an underwriter. And
Okay.
when an underwriter reviews everything, they give us a stamp of approval, essentially, to allow you to purchase a home, whether it's for 500,000, for a million, whatever that number is. And that pre-approval is typically good for 30, 60, 90 days. It depends on the scenario that you're in. But
Yep.
there's and again, here's the factor that everybody always in lending or in even real estate is that there's so many variables. So nothing is going to be the same for you, for me, for the next person.
So you're evaluating, you're kind of doing a preliminary financial evaluation
Correct.
and then issuing them this letter that says, if you successfully complete a more robust loan application, then they'll qualify through your bank to receive a loan in a certain amount, to purchase a
Correct.
home in a certain amount, right?
Yep. Exactly.
Um, and like you and I kind of, as I see it, we're kind of co-captaining the ship. I said that I'm the hub of the wheel, but we're both kind of steering. I'm managing the process, doing the project management and managing risk on one end. You're helping me
Correct.
manage the financial risk on the other end, right? And
Correct.
so over the course of a transaction, you and I are communicating a lot between each other. People will call me and say, "Hey, what's going on with my loan?" I'll talk to this guy over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And you might be doing the same thing, sending people, redirecting people back my way.
Yeah,
Um,
it's all about managing expectations too, because a lot of time you're not buying a car, you're not going into an office and signing paperwork and getting a car the next day. This is a lengthy enough process and far more detail oriented. And there's a lot of pieces that as a borrower you're not going to be involved in.
yep.
Mainly the legal side of things, the compliance side of things. There's things that I have conversations with you to make sure that the property's in decent condition. There's so many things that the buyer, though they should be important, aren't necessarily upfront. In other words, are not brought to their attention immediately.
How are you? What would you say if you were just to point out like two or three things? How are you really different from other loan originators? Because there are a million realtors out there, and I think there are a lot of loan originators out there too. So buyers have their options of who they work with. But what are the couple like differentiators between you? I mean, I personally think it's your good looks. That's the main. No, like
Thanks,
I
Chris.
think I think you're a really good communicator, experienced, you have great perspective, and then the organization you've partnered with has great support, services, and rates. But that's kind of like that's how I kind of like tee you up for people. But what do
Yeah.
you say? What do you say about
Um,
yourself?
yeah,
What's your pitch about your differentiators?
sure. I mean, there's how do you mortgage is really what I typically tell people, and the reason why I say that is because there's so many people that just what's the rate? Well, is that all you're looking for? Because the rate, there's much more to the program than just the rate. I can
Yep.
offer you a super low rate, but what about the cost? And I always look at it as I look at myself as a tailor. I'm tailoring this to suit your needs. Somebody that's has a bigger body or a different type of expectations going to need a different type of loan, or some type of program that they may not want to be in the home for 30 years. They may want to be in the home for 5 years. So why would you do a 30-year fix? You'd have to do something
Right.
else.
It's
So
not one size fits all. So you're trying to dig down into their needs and really create a unique experience for
yeah,
them.
yeah, I'm extremely goal oriented for the customer because your goals are going to be different, whether you're going to be starting a new family, whether you're going to be married, whether you're going to be moving to a different part of the country, whether it's going to be for investment purposes. All that information is definitely very important to me, so I can help.
So during that initial consult, it's generally done by phone, right? I think you have like generally initial phone call if they want to. I mean, you can probably do a lot of the pre-approval and stuff like that via email or via
Yeah.
technology, but do you generally do like an introductory discussion where you talk about their needs and goals and evaluate from
Yes.
there?
I would say I talk to, and this is not the norm in my industry. A lot of this stuff is done online, which they could say it's efficient. I find it efficient for me to discuss with my clients their goals, but I would say 99%, if not 100% of all my clients, at least hear from me, in order to discuss these goals and throughout the process. They can apply online, which is also another preferred method.
Yep.
But I always still call them in order to go over these goals because that application is not going to list everything that we're going to be discussing
Right.
or address all their needs. And that's something that a lot of people forget.
Yep. Well, what's the best way to get in touch with you? Like if somebody wanted to actually connect with you, I mean, I always tell people that I'm happy to make the introduction directly, and I do like an email introduction where I
Yeah.
provide
Um,
contact information for both parties. Is that the best way to do it, or do you want
yeah.
people, or if they want to reach out to you directly, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah. They can always call me. I'm always pretty flexible. I was in a lounge in Germany when I took a pre-approval app one time to help a customer in a pinch. So,
I think it was one of my clients. Yep.
but yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to help people. If I'm able to immediately. There's definitely, phone is the best. Email as well. I communicate in all forms. I mean, it's really up to you. Some people can't, have a conversation on the phone, and they prefer to do it online, and I'm okay with that as
Just
well.
send the bat signal out, and Sammy will respond.
I try to.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I try to make myself, and this is my entire team too, which is really important. You're going to have somebody that's going to be able to answer your calls because this stuff is really complicated. I mean, I can't imagine when I bought my home, I was confused and I was a loan officer. And as you got into the business and as you understand the intricacies of or the complexities of buying a home, you're like, holy, this is like, there's so much
A lot that
more
goes
involved.
into it. There's a lot of people
Yeah, there
involved,
is.
and a lot of people looking out for your needs and are looking out for your risk, making sure you don't get yourself in trouble. And that's like, I
Yeah.
think you and I and the real estate attorney that we partner with, we're all kind of managing different aspects of the client's risk. Um,
Yeah, and having a great team is so important. I mean, communicating to be able to get something done at a certain period of time, and to, also there's different ways of communicating, and they might be more forthright or forthcoming to you and saying it one way, and I may perceive it a different way. So,
right.
being able to communicate, that's super important, obviously.
This was really useful, man. I really appreciate you taking the time, Sammy. And
Yeah,
again, I just want to thank you for your professionalism and friendship and the opportunity
yeah.
to partner with you in business. And I think my clients are really, really grateful for all the work you always put in. And
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to our continued adventures.
Yeah, same here. And hopefully by then I'll have a haircut.
Yeah, me too.
So,
I need a buzz.
yeah.
All right, let's sign off for now, but I'm going to share this on social media and let people take a peek.
Excellent.
All
Thanks,
right, take
brother.
care.
Yeah, bye bye.
Thanks.